This looks like luxury. Clean, polished, untouched, designed to feel safe, designed to feel distant. But luxury is never about what you see. It's about what stays hidden long enough for you to stop asking questions. Python leather isn't sold as a product. It's sold as identity, as rarity, as something most people will never touch. And rarity creates status, status creates desire, and desire survives on distance from reality. Most Python leather doesn't come from fashion capitals, design studios, or glossy showrooms. It comes from remote regions in Asia and Africa. Places you never see in brand campaigns. Places intentionally kept out of focus, far from boutiques, far from consumers, far from scrutiny. Once a skin enters the supply chain, it loses its past. No name, no origin, no story that needs to be remembered. It becomes inventory, tracked by numbers, not consequences. Crates move, trucks roll, ships depart, and with every step, responsibility spreads thinner. This is where luxury really begins. Not with sketches, not with designers, but with processing. Inside factories, emotion disappears. Biology is replaced by chemistry. Texture matters more than life ever did. Everything is optimized for efficiency, speed, consistency, repeatability. Ethics don't slow machines, and machines don't ask why. Workers don't see handbags, watches, or price tags. They see raw material, sheets, surfaces, units to be handled, treated, and moved along. And materials don't raise moral questions. They just pass through hands. The environmental cost doesn't stay inside factory walls. It never does. It leaks outward, into water, into soil, into communities that don't share in the profit. Quiet damage doesn't make headlines, and silence is cheaper than reform. Legally, Python leather lives in a gray zone. Some species are regulated, some aren't. And enforcement depends on geography, paperwork, and how closely anyone is willing to look. If the documents appear clean, the system moves forward. If the stamps are in place, questions stop. Distance protects everyone involved. Producers, middlemen, brands, buyers. By the time the leather reaches a luxury workshop, whatever came before no longer exists. Only craftsmanship remains visible, only stitching, only polish. Only the story brands are comfortable telling. What started cheap becomes expensive. Value multiplies at every step. But transparency doesn't. A material worth little at the start becomes an object worth thousands, and no one asks what disappeared along the way. Buyers don't ask where it came from. They ask what it represents: power, taste, belonging to a world that feels untouchable. Luxury isn't ignorance, it's selective attention, and silence is never accidental. Silence is always a choice.